The discovering of this tunnel was finally another evidence, and maybe the main evidence, that the location of the Dome of the Rock is the location of the temple.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, there's
No
and
doubt.
really today, every archaeologist and historian I know of, they say that the Dome of the Rock is the location of the Holy of Holies of the Jewish temples. Every legitimate archaeologist says that today.
Yeah,
That is the location. Yeah.
you know, in the year 1990, when we laid the cornerstone for the third temple,
Yeah.
you know, appeared at
That
my,
was.
at my home a group of Christian pastors,
1990. Yeah.
evangelical Christians, pastors, very famous pastors, well known. Together with them was Professor Lampert Dolphin from California, North California. He was a teacher in the university there and a pastor. And they came to my home and they were sure that the Mercy Gate is the Golden Gate. It confirmed what an Israeli researcher said, that the temple was located north to the Dome of the Rock.
Yeah, which can't be true. It's not true.
Yeah, it was a mistake,
Right.
but for them, I don't know, but it confirmed a Christian belief, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that the temple will be by Antichrist, anointed in the right place, and for another 1,000 years, etc., etc. I respected them very much. They are wonderful friends of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I accepted them at my home with a great love.
Mm-hmm.
But they did not know, you know.
Yeah, they're wrong on that point.
They
Yeah,
were guided
I've heard that one too.
they were guided by a belief, and belief is not, you know, practical
It's not
evidence.
fact, yeah. Well, you know, I think another motive behind that theory that the Jewish temple could sit to the north of the Dome of the Rock is just the idea that the Dome of the Rock today is the flashpoint, not just of Israel or even the Middle East, but really of the whole world, all world conflict. I would, you know, zero down to just that one spot. So it's almost unimaginable that any circumstance would allow the Dome of the Rock to come down and the temple be built there. What scenario do you see that?
Let me tell you something. The God of Israel, which is the only one God of the universe, is much more smart than so many people, even our leadership. Let me tell you, you know, nothing is an accident. And you think he did not know that if Israel will remove the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque, it will create a war, billion and more of Muslims, all the world, United Nations, the best anti-Israeli friend of Israel, and who else? And will come and destroy Israel, what our leadership is afraid since 67. Let me tell you, in 48 we could liberate the old city and the Temple Mount. The Israeli leadership at that time, and I don't want to mention names, hesitated to do it. They said, if we shall liberate the Temple Mount, it will bring all the world to destroy.
Mm.
A small Israel that after 2,000 years won again their land. And I tell you, in 1948 the Temple Mount could be liberated, and they did not do it because of fear from the action of all the world.
And then in 1967, you
1967.
really had the chance, and the same thing happened.
Yeah. And also 1967, let me tell you another thing that confirms 1948. Israel sent a message to King Hussein of Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Don't attack Israel together with the Egyptians and the Syrians, and we shall not occupy the biblical Jerusalem.
Mm.
I tell you, it is not my idea. It is written now in history.
Yeah.
And God put this in his mind, like in the mind of Pharaoh, to open a war against Israel, because God knew that our leadership is so weak,
Mm-hmm.
and they will miss again the opportunity that God gave them to come back to the heart and the soul of Israel.
But they're worried about war. But so speaking of which, just back for
So he made the war, and he do say about today, the same can happen, what they were afraid, 1967. Let me tell you, in many prophets of Israel, but very, very clearly in Zechariah and Ezekiel and Joel, mainly, they say that in the end times, when Israel will live safe in the land, means in the time of redemption,
Mm-hmm.
God will gather all the nations to Jehoshaphat Valley.
Kidron Valley.
I will gather all of them, and I will go in judgment with them, because they scattered my people among the nations, persecuted them terribly,
And you believe that we're close to this time now?
and see what he says also, and divided my land.
Yeah.
Who divided the land?
Well, the United Nations so far. Two-state solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They divided the land and made and gave a part of it, the main part of it, to Hussein and to what is so-called Palestinians.
Yeah, Judea, Samaria. Yeah.
Divided my land. This is so clearly. I will go in judgment with them, and I will bring them here to Jerusalem. So I tell you, when we should now read the book to understand history of this time,
Mm-hmm.
which I call it the end times.
I do too. Right?
You do.
This is the reason that we are together here
Yeah.
now,
Amen.
this moment.
I agree. Yeah.
I want to tell you in close for just half a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You are the evangelical Christians that love Israel and stand with Israel at this time. You are fulfillment of end-time prophecy.
Mm.
The prophet Isaiah prophesied in chapter 49, 66, that in the end time he will raise up people from the nations to stand with Israel, to love Israel.
Mm.
And he even described it in such a beautiful way. He says, they will take my people Israel to the land that I gave them like a nurse is taking a baby to her bed.
Wow.
And in chapter 66, he says, I will call them even from the far islands that did not know my name, and they will take my children, the children of Israel, in golden vessels. To where? To my holy mountain, like the priest used to bring the offering for me in golden vessels. Please read
Wow.
chapter 66.
I will. It's beautiful.
And this is you.
Wow.
You and people like you.
Do you know even in the New Testament, in the book of Romans, chapters 9, 10, 11, and then also in the last book of the New Testament, the book of Revelation, and other places, it basically says the same thing, that in the end times, in the last days, that Jews and Christians will come together like this and stand together. So I think we're in those times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know very much.
I read a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I heard about you so much, and I really looked forward to meeting you.
Oh, thank you. Well, vice versa. So,
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, I just want to say that, we really support what you're doing here, really admire you, and I just can't thank you enough for taking the time to meet with us. And yeah, you're full of so much information and so insightful, and yeah, just a pleasure to sit here and listen to you.
But I wanted to share with you more about our activities and the cornerstones.
Where is the Cornerstone? Because I know that you guys,
Yeah,
back around,
we have now
it
two
was in
cornerstones.
1990 was the first one, I
It
think.
is, it is. This is the first one.
Where is it located now? Is it right here?
It was located. Yeah, it was
Okay.
secured, and
So this is the cornerstone
yeah.
that you guys created.
Both
So
down and up.
okay. So where is this located right now?
It is now located. We believe in the yard of the Shabak. You know who is the Shabak?
No.
The Israeli FBI.
Oh, they confiscated it.
They took it from. It was on a square next to the American consulate.
Okay. So it's just gone. They just hid it somewhere. Well, because I know that in 1990 that it started some riots when you
And,
guys
and
tried
it was the riot. And
Yeah.
after the riot, it disappeared short time after the riot.
Yeah. Wow.
And we know that the American consulate asked them to remove it from this place. It is in a square, and the side of the square is the American consulate. And it disappeared. I was in the United States for speaking to, and I stopped it and I came back immediately to Israel. And I asked from the man that gave us this stone to give us now 2 stones. And to confirm, in the Psalms is written, the cornerstone that was rejected by the builders became a head of a cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
You know this scripture?
I do. I know it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for me it was a confirmation that we should prepare another cornerstone, and this time 2.
So you have 2 cornerstones.
We have 2 cornerstones now.
So
They're located on near the French Hill, on a hill where the last kings of Israel, Antigonus, was buried. And you don't want it, Americans? Okay. We should be happy to have it near to our place.
Yeah.
So we put it there, and it looks, all the way to the old city and the Temple Mount.
Yeah. Well, I hope it gets to where it's supposed to be.
You can come and film it.
Yeah, maybe someone can let us know the exact location and we'll go film it. So.
Well, what you say, Steve?
I can take it if you would like.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'd be great. That sounds good.
Okay, so they're located there.
I mean, could you take us like now or just because the rest of our time is all filled up? So is it nearby? I mean, or
It's not too far from here.
yeah,
And,
I'd like to see that actually. So
Yeah, and Jerusalem Day, which is the day of the liberation of the Temple Mount, we shall march to the Temple Mount from the ammunition hill, from where was the main battle on the way of the Israeli heroes to liberate the Temple Mount. And we shall march together with a cornerstone on a big truck, because the stone is heavy, 7 tons, and we shall take it to the Temple Mount. I'm sure the authorities will not allow us to take it to the Temple Mount.
probably not. Yeah.
And maybe not in any other place, despite that in the past we did it. And but spatial now, they will be afraid that it will create riots, etc. But we shall do it, and I hope that we shall get a license to do it. And we shall take with us the cornerstone as a message to everyone in Israel and in the world. The temple is soon to be rebuilt, if you want or not.
That's good. Very good.
If you want to be sure, please make a call to God. He will tell you.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's told us. We believe it. So, but yeah, do you know we've been talking for how long? Oh, 2 hours. So you don't even look tired.
No,
Yeah, you just
because
you're full of energy. That's great. I think I still have jet lag. So
You know, when I started this campaign, and I was still a short time after I was injured, not in a good condition, feeling physically.
yeah.
So I prayed to God and I told him, you know, you are sending me to do such a privileged thing. But please give me back my strength, my power. Like you gave to Samson, you know, when the Philistines,
Samson.
yeah, and he said, give me just for one time back my power,
What's that?
my strength. And I said to God, so please give me just for one time back my strength until the temple is rebuilt.
Yeah. Well, I see a lot of stamina.
And
in
then
it, so.
after the temple is rebuilt, I don't care.
yeah, then you'll retire.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I will not retire.
Oh, okay. Well, take a vacation, maybe, right?
Until the last moment that I will see light in my eyes, my heart and my hands and my body will be dedicated for this. So God gave me, and He told me, you remember I told you, be your hand strong? Your hand will be strong.
Good.
Go to the way and I will be with you. So,
Yeah, fantastic. Well, it seems to be working for you, so.
yeah.
Yeah, great. Well, yeah, it's just been such a pleasure, Gershon. Yeah, I just can't thank you enough for taking the time to meet with us. And
Please.
I just can't thank you enough for taking the time to meet with us. And
Thank you for this beautiful gift.
oh, you bet. Yeah, thank you again. Yeah, really appreciate your time, and yeah, just such a pleasure. So
Pleasure
Yeah.
for me and a privilege for
Yeah.
me to meet a person like you.
yeah, thank you.
And like you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And I'm sure that in the near future we should meet again.
maybe you can come see us in Arizona.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But also I am sure that in the near future we shall stand together in the rebuilt temple.
Yes, amen.
Hand in
Agree.
hand,
Mm-hmm.
we shall thank God that He gave us the privilege to be a part of the campaign.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So yeah, we'll keep in touch. So
Yeah.
okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay,
God bless you.
Here's the view from Gershon's office. We're up in West Jerusalem here. Nice and cool out here.